Hi, and welcome to episode 18 of the Dittmer Knittery podcast. Whether you are a new viewer or a returning subscriber, I'm glad to have you here, and I hope that you'll contact me by leaving a comment or sending an email. Information about how to contact me, including my email, can be found in the description box, along with links to the things I will mention today. Today, while I was preparing my notes and getting ready for this podcast, I actually gathered up the links as I made my notes. So I think that I have all the links that you'll need to access the information that I'm going to mention today. One of the first links, maybe the first link you'll see, is to Ladybird Loves channel. Lisa at Ladybird Loves has a lot of fun videos that you need to check out. She does some gardening. She has a great cat. She crochets. She recently did a blindfold challenge. Go check her out. I just tell you that she's fun because I want you to go look instead of me telling you all about it. Another thing you can see on Ladybird Loves channel is an opening she did of a purchase she made. She purchased a bag from me. Thank you so much, Lisa. You know I enjoyed making the bag, and I was so excited to see you receive it and open it. Please go to Ladybird's channel and check out the video. Of course, there's a link below. You can just go to the link and you'll see her open the bag that I designed and created for her with her guidance. She had the idea. I did my best to execute it, and thank you so much, Lisa. Please, viewers, go check out that opening. And if you want to see some about the process of making that bag, I made a few short video clips of myself felting that bag, hot water felting the bag. And that is in my episode 15, where you can see a little bit of the process of me hot water felting a knitted bag. I also recently got some experience felting crochet bags, hot water felting crochet bags, just like I do the knit bags, immersing it in hot soapy water and agitating it for a time. Because of that experience, because of what I learned in these recent projects where I felted the crochet bags, I decided to make another crocheted mosaic tree bag that I would like to felt. So this first one that I mosaic crochet and felted, you've seen this before if you've been watching. This was 68 stitches around the top of the bag, around the circumference of the bag. 68 stitches. Now that, it made a nice bag, but it was smaller than I hoped it would be. It's a small bag. And then I made the maker bag, the maker's bag, and felted it. And it turned out nice and large. I love it. It's beautiful. I've been using it to keep my project in, and it's empty right now just so I could show it to you, but I love the way the texture remained. And this one was the point of this one was 126 stitches around. Now, I did manage to felt it. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it might be. It went pretty well. And so the next project that I'm about to show you, I said I started another mosaic crochet project that I hope to felt. This one is 102 stitches around. So I went from 68 to 126. So that gave me an idea of how big these bags were going to be. And of course, the number of rows is a factor also. But knowing the number of stitches around to begin with is quite important. You can add rows, stop, eliminate rows, but you really need to know how big around it's going to be when you start. So this is what I anticipate, what I would like the size of this bag to turn out to be. This is what I would hope the size of the bag would be after I felt it. Of course, it's unfelted right now. I'm not finished crocheting it, and it's quite large and lovely. So it has 6 of the dark blue trees and 4 of the light blue trees. And I'm adding another set of the dark blue trees because I would rather it be too deep than not deep enough. I've really, really enjoyed this, as you probably can tell, because here I am doing it again. I got this chart from Fiberfox Studios, and I did, she did have it in the round, but I had to change it quite a bit to put it on this bag to make this pattern. I added the sides to give the bag some depth. And again, it will be quite a large bag with a strap, and I will felt it. The yarns I'm using for this project are yarns I've mentioned before. Patton's Classic Wool is, I believe, the dark blue, and the light blue is an Ella Ray. Actually, the light blue is the Patton's Classic Wool, and the dark blue is Ella Ray, and the neutral is a Shepherd's Own, which I purchased a quantity of. It says Universal Yarns. I purchased a quantity of at a Tuesday morning, because a Tuesday morning store, because it was on deep, deep discount, 100% all natural, undyed wool. I can usually tell by touching it if it's wool and if it will felt, and I believe it's going to felt beautifully in this mosaic crochet project. The rest of this podcast is going to be about new tools and perhaps some new yarn. This all started because I wanted to get some Tunisian crochet hooks, and I didn't want to buy them online. I wanted to see them. I wanted to touch them before I purchased them. And I was away from home. I went on a trip, and I wanted to go to some yarn shops to look for Tunisian crochet hooks. And I found them. I found exactly what I was looking for. I found Chaogu Tunisian crochet hooks. They had small ones, but I'm looking for larger ones. So I started with this size M, a 9mm, and I purchased a collection. All the sizes they had from M through T. And they're all this Tunisian crochet hook, Chaogu bamboo, with a plastic cord and a wooden knob on the end to hold your stitches on. And yes, I got a little excited when I saw they had all these large ones, and I purchased a whole collection of hooks. Now I have done very little Tunisian crochet, but I think I mentioned on a recent video that I did spend some time making some swatches with the Afghan hooks I had on hand, the aluminum Afghan hooks that I had on hand, and I made note of the shape of the hook that I preferred. So when I saw these Chow hooks, I knew that's what I wanted. And I did purchase a whole collection from size M through size T. That was a lot of fun. And then I also got another hook. I have never seen in person or touched a Furls hook. And at one of the shops that we went to, they had Furls hooks. And I got a little excited when I saw them. And my friend purchased a Furls hook for me. Isn't that lovely? A beautiful, it's a size 7 millimeter. I think I got the largest ones, looked at the largest ones they had, and then picked the one I thought was the prettiest. And it says it's a streamline, Furls streamline swirl. And I love it. And like I said, I just got a little excited when I saw it, and my friend purchased it for me. So that was a gift. A lovely, lovely, thoughtful gift. And I'm planning to use them. I'm looking forward to using them. And of course, I'm looking forward to using them with the yarn I purchased. I know I said that I probably wasn't going to buy any yarn this year. I set that goal for myself, and I made it from January all the way through April. And I think you'll understand that I made an exception because I was out of town. And I had the opportunity to visit several independent yarn shops in Denver, Colorado. My friend took me to the shops, 4 in all, and I have listed them and linked them below. She loves all things shopping, so she very patiently drove me around to these different yarn shops and looked at yarn and yarny things with me, and we both made some purchases of yarn. I usually shop for and buy yarn that has enough wool or animal fiber content to felt. So that's at least 75% wool or other feltable fiber, which, as far as I know, all natural animal fiber will felt. Yak, alpaca, mohair. Certainly, if it's 75% wool or more, it will felt. It's been my experience. So when I go in a yarn shop and I see all these racks and shelves of beautiful, beautiful hand-dyed yarn, sock yarn, shawl yarn, all different kinds of hand-dyed yarn, much of it is superwash and not feltable. So while I admire it and look at it and touch it, it's not what I'm there to purchase. And I have purchased beautiful hand-dyed sock yarn before. I have some, but I'm there to buy fiber that I can make bags from. And so that's what I'm looking for. And sometimes it's a little bit of a mining expedition, finding fibers that I like, that I can use, and that are at least kind of in my price range. So I'm thinking about all this as I'm shopping, and wools, if it's a feltable wool, is generally available in solid colors. Sometimes you'll find a tweed. Every once in a while there's a nice twist or something with some texture, but generally the feltable wools are in solid colors. I would really like to find variegated fingering weight, sock weight yarns that are feltable, that are 100% wool, but it's been my experience that that's very rare. I have found a couple of them, but it's been very rare, which led me to this technique where I blend the yarns and create my own, in a way, colors, and which has been a really a big success for me. So something that I wish I could find variegated yarns. Now I look for yarns that I know I can blend, and I know that I can use together to create interesting bags. And I was thinking, as I shopped and looked at the different yarns, what yarns I might be able to use together to create those effects that I enjoy creating in my bags. And I did find some yarns that I thought would work. Maybe you've noticed my basket of yarn here. Yes, these are the yarns that I purchased. Let me let you get a better look. Isn't that wonderful? Aren't they lovely? And I believe all of these fibers will felt. I do intend to make bags from them. And I selected them, some of them, like I said, to use together. So this is Cascade Yarns, Aegean Tweed, and I plan to pair it with this Cascade Pure Baby Alpaca. I think those look great together. And then after I made those purchases and I started looking at what I had, I noticed that this tweed would probably also go nicely with this other gold tone yarn I purchased. And this one is Juniper Moon Farm Patagonia Organic Merino. And I intended to pair this, and I probably still may, but you know how plans change as you're knitting along, as you're planning along. So I intended these two to pair together. But like I said, the Aegean Tweed goes well with that. And it really does create a nice trio of colors. So I have lots of options for the things that I can make, even more options than I realized as I made my purchases. I also purchased this Hearthstone. This is a Plymouth yarn. I purchased 2 colors of it. Hearthstone. I got 2 of this color and 1 of the lighter color. They are burgundy and rose. I like it when the colors have names. I got some Lamb's Pride, which is, you know, a yarn that is readily available. I can order it online, mail order. I paid full price for it, but I love it. And I got excited when I saw these 2 colors that I love to use together. I've used them together before, and I just wanted it. So I got it. I got 2 of these. Persian Peacock, and this one that's Kiwi. And I just love how these colors go together. So I purchased those. This last yarn I hope works up as well as I anticipate it to. I have hopes for it. Isn't that lovely? So this is a somewhat variegated yarn. Like I said, somewhat of a rarity that should felt. I have 2 of these. Plymouth Mushishi, 95% wool, 5% silk. Silk will felt, especially when it's spun with 95% wool. As I mentioned, my friend also purchased some yarns. I'm going to show you her yarns and let you suppose what her favorite color might be. She loves these dark purples. We call it, especially when it gets in that ox blood, really deep reddish purple. So she selected 3 different colors of purple yarns. She got some Lamb's Pride, Smoked Plum, and then she also purchased the Cascade Pure Alpaca. And she would like some bags in solid colors. So she just selected 3 different purples that she liked for 3 different bags. And the last one, oh, this color is Port. This is called All American Collection Swan's Island, 75% USA Rambouillet wool, 25% USA alpaca. Another beautiful deep purple in the ox blood. So I'm going to be quite busy, happily so, new tools and new yarns to use. Of course, I'll share my progress with you. I have something else to share with you that you also may have noticed. I got a little something to share with you that I hope you'll enjoy. I got a t-shirt that says, "Be here now." See things as they are. Peace, love, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching.